What is going on YouTube? Eric back here with another video. I'm going to be revealing my car just as promised. A lot of you guys messaged me on my YouTube and my previous videos. Remember when I was shooting videos with my GTR. Yes, my beautiful GTR that was not really a good car. Went from C63 Edition 1 which was I believe the W204, correct me if I'm wrong. It was the 2012 Edition 1, and then I went from that to GTR and then back to a Mercedes. But what kind of Mercedes is it? Now, I'm giving you a hint, obviously for a lot of you guys that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, you guys probably already know what car I own. And yeah, and I'm gonna give you guys obviously the details about it and everything that I've done to it in this past year that I've owned it. It's a great car. And to be honest, I don't care if you hate it. I don't care if you like my GTR more. I like this car, and it's a way faster car, better handling car. It is so much more luxurious. It's a rare edition car. For a lot of you guys, I don't want to really give it away. You guys probably already saw it, like I said, over my social medias. But again, the car is 700 horsepower. It has full bolt-ons on it, and it's freaking fast. I mean, you guys already know I'm all about that speed, baby. That 0 to 60, that freaking roll racing shit that people do. Yes, sir, I'm all about it. And guess what? I'm going to reveal it. I'm going to reveal the sound of it. Let's get right into it, baby. Recap on the bounce plays that I played on Tesla, Amazon, Spy, and Facebook. All nailed right at the bare bottom. Called them out right in my group chat. Let's freaking get right into it. So right here, Tesla, right at the open, you guys. And actually, I made a big mistake. This was one of my mistakes that I made coming into the open. Was Tesla calls. I had Tesla calls called out right here, and if you guys see right here at the bottom, I'm going to be posting I posted my watch list right here, and you guys can see that I called it out pre-market before the market opened. So as soon as the market opened, I saw Tesla's rejection area on the Fibonacci level right around the 741. So I told my whole team to buy in Tesla calls. So everyone bought in, but my biggest mistake was I accidentally went into a short position for puts. I wasn't paying attention, and all of a sudden my contract started going against me, and I was down like nearly 15-20% on this position. So I was kind of freaking out, because at first I was like super excited. I was like, man, I went in a decent size. I was going in, a pretty decent size. I think like 4 or 5 contracts in the money on Tesla. And, I thought I was going to be up like 15-20% on my position within maybe about 5 to 10 seconds. This thing just bounced. So remember, keep in mind, Tesla got down here to this 61.8 level in the Fibonacci, which I had marked down on my watch list, bounced significantly up to the 744 level. I thought I was nearly up like 20%, but I was actually down 20% because I got in here at the bare bottom level, which I was supposed to get in for calls, and I accidentally did a puts play. So obviously I ended up holding throughout this whole huge ruckus right here, going up and down, up and down. And obviously my members didn't make that mistake. They ended up going into calls just as I alerted, but I accidentally went into puts, so it was a mistake on my part. I actually ended up selling Tesla puts down here at the bottom for a $15 profit. I know it was such a crazy, stupid day for me trading Tesla, but I still came out profitable, you guys. And that just goes to show that, you know, even going through a mistake that I made, and it was a common, simple, stupid mistake, it just makes me more aware to pay attention to certain things like that, right? Like going in the calls or puts, you know, like that is something that's so important in your trading lifestyle. Like you have to react fast, you have to be paying attention, you have to be awake. And, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, I was kind of like, you know, just waking up in that moment and second of time. I had kind of a long night, and, you know, just things weren't really going my way for the market in this time being, and everything was just kind of going against me. And another mistake that I did make on Amazon, and I'm actually explaining this to you guys too, but I'm so happy at the end of the day, my members were able to make some huge profit gains on Amazon, on SPY, on Tesla as well, and Facebook. Now Facebook and SPY were my only two plays that I really paid attention to and were able to cash out some good profits on. So that was for Tesla. Tesla was a good hitter. We ended up cashing out about 20-30% on that one. Watched the level two ended up spiking, and buyers started coming in and pushing up the stock. So that's why I saw this huge potential at the support line. And plus, every time when a stock reaches a certain support level on the Fibonacci level, usually it rejects or bounces on those levels. So for Amazon, same exact thing that happened for Amazon. So I saw this level of rejection at 33.47. I rounded it $2 more down because I don't like trading those like mid to like whole numbers. So basically, if it's a 33.47 level, I like to round it down to 33.45 or even 33.50. So I go by the $5 moves on Amazon because that's how Amazon usually moves. So my level for Amazon's entry was 33.45, exactly right around this area. And we entered our position for a calls position. Now, this instantly could have profited us at least 30%, which it did, but I ended up holding through again this ruckus, which was kind of like a reckless play for me, but at the same time it worked out just well. So I saw this play on Amazon come down to 33.45, instantly bounced up from 33.45 all the way to 33.52. A $7 move on Amazon with using this week's expiration 2 days out from Friday is going to profit you out at least between 15 to about 20%. So I ended up actually not taking this position right here because I ended up missing it. Yes, I missed Amazon's bounce. So I ended up taking the position on Amazon when it flushed below, and I saw it kept flushing, but I also saw the buyers on the bid side stepping in, and I saw this side stacking up, and they were coming in pretty heavy. So I ended up taking my position around the 33.42 range. Now, yes, I was down just a tad bit. I'd probably say about 2 to 3% at absolute most on Amazon before it came all the way down to 33.40. It was only a $2 move, so I was probably down about 5 or 6% at most. Ended up bouncing significantly right here, and I ended up holding through this and ended up making, I think, around 30% profit on this play. Ended up selling around this area. My area of actual profit take was this Fibonacci level around the 61.8 level. Now, as you guys can see, if I ended up holding throughout this whole time, I would have, my contracts would have time decayed. I would have still been profitable, but I felt like this play was enough to give me about a good 30% profit, which it did. And I ended up playing the breakout again on Amazon because I saw the momentum come through. So I saw this nice bullish flag forming and this tight squeeze, and I saw the break on here. So I actually entered the break on Amazon and ended up making some money. And we ended up profiting another 30-40% on Amazon, selling our profits around the 33.80 range because that was my price target for the day. Now remember, just as I said, the Fibonacci levels, how you use them and how you go about them when you're charting them out on certain stocks, they do get rejected at those areas. So the 61.8, the 50%, the 100%, the 125%, 161%, they get rejected at those levels. There's a reason why, because that's where the supply and demand zones are mostly, taking place when a lot of buyers or sellers are coming in and they want to either push down the stock or they want to rise or they want to, buy up the stock. So especially on stocks like Tesla, Amazon, and Facebook, those are crucial, key levels on the Fibonacci to pay attention to. So I ended up playing the breakout on there, which was a successful play. Amazon was a killer day today, except for my little hiccup I had with Tesla, where I went into the wrong position, and a little bit of a hiccup, I would say, with Amazon. If I actually did stick to my play, I would have gotten in at that 33.45 range. Yes, I would have been down a lot more than just 5-6%, maybe around 10%, because it did hit lows of 33.40. This nice bounce took me over to 30% profit. Now let's check out Facebook. Now Facebook had some terrible news, and I guess it sunk down like overnight or during pre-market, actually, as we can see here. So I saw this as an opportunity right here. Now obviously this was a Fibonacci level around the 100% range. I didn't see Facebook open up, which was another great opportunity. You guys, this is like one of the biggest opportunities, and pay attention closely to what I'm about to tell you. This is literally free information I'm giving to you guys. I literally have this in my seminars, the way I teach this, and I have it in my courses. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go into super depth. That's why I have my courses and seminars, and why majority of my members, go through that, because they are actually learning the knowledge of this actual strategy that I'm about to show you. So Facebook's Fibonacci broke, right? The Fibonacci level of 100% broke, and as soon as it broke that key level of support, I saw that it was under when pre-market to market open hours open. So this would have been a great short opportunity for a lot of people that did take the Facebook puts position, could have shorted it and made a ton of money from the 349, which you can round it up because it's at 350 level, all the way down to about 342. You guys, that is an insane play on Facebook if you took that position for a short side. Now, of course, I missed that play. I actually ended up going long on Facebook at this level, the 125%, because remember, I said 61.8, 50, 100, 125, 161.8. Those levels on the Fibonacci's, or Fibonacci level, has rejections, okay? They reject or they bounce off those levels, so you can definitely take advantage of those major key levels. So, anyways, getting back into it, this would have been an insane short, probably around 200% profit from this 350 all the way dropped down to 342. Using this week's expiration would have given you at least 200 to 300% profit on that. Anyways, I got in at this level right here. So I saw the level of 125. I was like, there's no way Facebook is going to drop below this. Facebook already had a significant drop right when the market opened, right? And it also had a drop during pre-market hours. Facebook is exhausted towards the downside. So it wants to start making moves towards the upside. So I saw this as a key level of support. What I did, I saw the buyers stacking up. Bids started coming through. Yes, this candle was red, and the volume was insane, but the volume started to pick up around that key level of support. So I ended up going long on Facebook and ended up playing at this 341 range. Ended up selling at 344 around this level right here. Ended up profiting over 55% on my play. I went into calls, made 55% on this, and it was an absolute banger right there. So again, you guys, going back to it, these levels of key level of support and resistance, pattern breakouts, Fibonacci levels, these are all levels you need to pay attention to, especially when it comes into your day-to-day trading. If you're not paying attention to your level 2, you're not doing yourself a service, because this is where it shows where all the buyers and sellers are coming through as limit orders, right? So they're literally getting ready to get into the stock. And the time and sells shows all the fill orders. If it gets filled, it's going to go into the time and sells. From the bid and ask price, they will all get filled right in here. So from the ask, obviously these are the sellers. They're letting go of the stock in the bids. Once the bids get filled, they go into the level or into the time and sells. And again, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys want to see me break down exactly how to use level 2 and use the cheat code of level 2. A lot of people will not tell you this as a trader. I'm willing to show you. If I get 50 likes for this video, I will do a breakdown on how to properly use level 2 using time and sells and the level 2 indicator right there at the bottom that you guys see. I will do a full breakdown on it, and I will do a live trade on it as well. Anyways, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Again, I hope you like this video. Be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.